There you go. We've been opening up with the afternoon show with Mr. Earl Bostick. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Johnny G. Welcome to the March 7th, 2024 Vinyl Treasure Show. We continue with the 1957 Relic Countdown. I apologize for messing that up. So what happened was I realized before I went to bed, it had to be Tuesday late. I said, well, I better put the shows up, the upcoming shows. So I guess the first show, Wednesday show is at 9, and Saturday show's at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So half sleeping, I put this show at 9. Of course, it was wrong. It's easy to fix. I just have to go into the edit and just flip it up, and it comes up and it shows up as upcoming. So it should be good. You might have to refresh your whatever you're using to watch the show with, but you can refresh it, it'll be up. But anyway, so welcome to the Vinyl Treasure Show. I have been playing on this Thursday afternoon's the 1957 Relic Countdown. And we're starting to get into some really good songs as voted by the collectors, as there are a lot of good ones on today's show you're going to hear. And of course, I've been opening up with Earl Bostick on the show because I like Earl Bostick, and so does Dennis Fluharty. We'll send that one out to him. That's actually the flip side from last week. I played Answer Me. This called A Gay Day, a song that he wrote from September 57 on Sid Nathan's King Records. Earl Bostick and his orchestra, A Gay Day. Well, I don't know if it's going to be a gay day. It's kind of an overcast day here for this March 7th, 2024. But let's start it off here. We ended last week's show with number 195 by a group called The Four Sounds, a rare 45 on the Celeste label. I featured the side called Afraid. Let's pick it up with number 194. Had 55 points and 6 mentions, and it's the flip side of number 476 on the survey, a song called Pearl. The flip is Another Girl's Name. Third release on OK Records for the Schoolboys. It features Leslie Martin on lead. This was a big number one record on WKBW in Buffalo, New York, but it comes in on the Relic survey at number 194. July 57, we open up with the Schoolboys on OK and their tune called Carol.
And there is Carol up above, and she's the one for me. I love her, yes, I do, and I'll never let her go. Well, Carol, I love you so. Please come back, because I love you so.
Carol, my dear, please come back. I love you. You know I do. Carol, my dear, I'll be sincere.
Please come back to me. Well, Carol, I love you so. Please come back, because I love you so.
There you go. Coming in at number 194 on the survey, those are the Schoolboys. Schoolboys with Leslie Martin on lead on the OK record label, their third release from July 57. Carol is the name of the tune. I thought I hate styrene records. I have a nice copy of that. I probably picked the wrong one there, as Johnny G really messing up for a Thursday afternoon. Let's continue here. Another flip side coming in at number 193 with 55 points and 6 mentions on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. This is 11-year-old Bobby Rivera on lead. And the side we played at let's see, what did I say? Joys of Love was came in at, I didn't put what number it was. Darn. Oh yeah, number 506. But this is the intended A side. It features King Curtis on saxophone. It's the only release for Little Bobby Rivera and the Hemlocks. We just heard from Carol. How about we hear from Coraly, number 193 from May 57, Little Bobby Rivera and the Hemlocks on the Fury label. It's called Coraly.
Well, I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. Maybe when I find that clover, she'll be over, knocking at my door. Yet you're mine for relief, and I adore you, that plain to see. I really love you, my Coraly.
Kitty Leeds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, coming in at number 193. From May 1957, Little Bobby Rivera and the Hemlocks, and their tune called Coraly. That's on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. If you bought that 45 at Times Square Records back in the early 1950s, I would bet that you have the yellow copy with the logo of the horse's head, because that's what was selling at the time they repressed that record. It's not that really that easy to get this record on the maroon label. It's hard. It is, and I could use a bit. Although it's a nice copy, it's a little bit grainy here. Some of the records, aren't the greatest. It's how they press them, the vinyl and all that. But anyway, listen, beggars cannot be choosy as we continue with the countdown here, and let's go to number 192, coming in with 56 points, 5 mentions with one number one vote. Now, according to the survey, it said that, and where's Joe Shacatano? I'm surprised he's not, he didn't say anything. But the survey lists the Magic Tones at entry number 192. Now, I have a problem with that entry, and number one, because it should have probably been included, if that is the Magic Tone, should have been included in the 58 survey. And number two, I don't have a copy of that record, nor was it booted. So unless I able to play CDs, I can't feature that one. So that one is not going to be played. But in my opinion, I think it was a mistake. I think it should have been included in the 58 survey. But that's just me, as I think the 45 should have been. The one they should have put on the ballot was the True Tones song. That came out on Henry Stone's chart label out of Miami, Florida. And according to Ferdy Gonzalez's disco file, this one was issued in December of 56, close enough for government work to be included in the 1957 survey. So that's how I'm playing it. I never even saw an original copy of the Halfum 45. I have the other one by the Marlettes, but I don't have that one. But it features Howard Patton on lead. Let's go to December 56 as I'm playing the True Tones version, number 192 on the chart label, Tears in My Eyes, the True Tones.
Love is in my heart, tears in my eyes. I love you, dear, soon we'll have to part. Darling, darling, I have tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. I love you, dear, deep within my heart. And I pray to him that we'll never part. Darling, darling, I have tears in my eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me why I love you so. Oh, tell me, tell me, tell me, my dear. Once all upon my tears, tears in my eyes. The game we played for keeps, now I realize. Darling, darling, I had tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes.
Those are the True Tones. The True Tones on the Chart record label. That chart label owned by Henry Stone was previously associated with Deluxe Records. Then he opened up his own label there down in Miami, Florida. That's Tears in My Eyes, December 56 release, as that Magic Tones is an impossible 45 to find. Impossible to find, and a very rare 45. That one's not chopped liver either, the one on the Chart record label. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I had a big crowd last night, picked up like 6 subscribers, which is very good, and that is a good thing to do, I have to say that. And let's continue here with the survey. Entry number 191 with 56 points and 6 mentions. It's the flip side of entry number 447. We featured a song called Lulu. Now, this group from the Bronx, New York, first recording as the Chords on the Cat record label, probably best known for their biggest R&B hit, the original version of Shaboom, but they recorded under different names, such as the Chord Cats, and on this release, they were known as the Shabooms. And this is on the Vic record label, a subsidiary of RCA Records. It features the lead of Carl Feaster. The song first recorded by Harlan Leonard and his Rockets. That was back in 1940, but let's move up to September of 57 for this version. And you might also remember a version as done by the Ink Spots, but these are the Shabooms, aka the Chords, on the Vic label, and their rendition of the tune I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, number 191.
The deep, the deep, the deep, the dark, the dark, ba da 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 da. The deep, 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 I don't wanna set the world on fire. I just wanna start the dear flame in your heart. Well, in my heart I've got one desire, and that one is you. But to do no other will do. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. Just wanna be the one you love. With your admission I'll still be the same. The deep, the deep, the deep, believe me, I don't wanna set the world on fire. I just wanna start the dear flame in your heart. Well, a flame in your heart. Great big flame in your heart.
Lost all ambition for worldly acclaims.
Just wanna be the one you love.
With your admission, I still feel the same.
The deep, the deep, the deep, believe me, don't wanna set the world on fire. I just wanna start the dear flame in your heart. The deep, the dap, the deep, the dap, a flame in your heart. The deep, the dap, the deep, the dap, a flame in your heart. The deep, the dap, the deep, the dap, flame in your heart.
September 1957 release there for the Shabooms, aka the Chords, coming in at number 191 on the survey. That's on the Vic record label. Vic Records, a subsidiary to RCA Records. Song entitled I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire is the name of the tune. Now, those of you that used to listen to the Time Capsule show, I don't know if you know, you may know or you may not know that Joe Marchesani has been continuing with the Time Capsule show, but not quite. He's calling it the Time Capsule Discoveries. And it's very similar to the Time Capsule show in the fact that they're probably records that would have been played on the show that he is finding out from other fans and other outlets to hear these records, and a whole lot of things, a cappella, B-sides, things that probably were never featured on the show before. And the new his new show for 2024 came out. So you can check it out at www.groupharmony.com. It's group-harmony.com. It's the Time Capsule Discoveries with Joe Marchesani. It's the 2024 edition. He does it every year. And I was telling him, I said, because I correspond with Joe quite often, and when I hear his voice, I automatically, unfortunately, Tom is no longer with us, but Joe, it reminds me of when I was a teenager listening to the Time Capsule show, and I got to thank him. He really plugged Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure show, so I want to thank you, Joe Marchesani, for that. Can't thank you enough, and all my correspondence with Joe as truly a I don't know, it's like it's just it's kind of weird for me because I used to listen these disc jockeys that I used to listen to as a kid, they're now listening to me. It's like such an odd thing all these years later. And I'm not. I wish I was younger. I used to be younger, not anymore. But maybe not as old as some of you listeners out there. But you all live the music. I did not. I heard it secondhand, really, from a lot of the DJs that are tuned into the program. So I'm honored to have that, and honored to have the audience that I do have. So thank you all for that. But I wanted to say that, and I wanted to thank Joe Marchesani for that, as I truly relish our relationship and our friendship that we have. So we'll talk more about other shows that are doing the same thing that Johnny G does. But let's continue here with the countdown. And this was a song that my aunt used to, well, she never had the record, but she always loved this song. She never liked, well, I don't want to say she didn't like the A side, but she always loved the up-tempo side. As this entry number 180 as we go to Harlem, New York, as this is the this group makes the survey for the second time. Their very last single on Danny Robinson's Everlast record label came in at number 203, a song called My Diane, which is the hardest of their 45s to find, and that should have been included in the 1958 survey. It was not. But the B-side to the group's debut single comes in at number 190 with 56 points and 7 mentions. And you all know this group. They're called the Charts. It features Joe Greer on lead from May 1957. The Charts with a B-side on the Everlast record label. The song is called Zoop. That's May 1957 release there for the Charts. Joe Greer and the Charts. Coming in at number 190, that's on the Everlast record label. That's the flip side of Desiree, song entitled Zoop. And that's their debut single, or the B-side of their debut single. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show as we head to Philadelphia, PA for entry number 189 with 57 points. And our first song to get 10 mentions, and it's the debut single for this group, as this was first issued locally on Artie Singer's Singular label, which was, of course, out of Philadelphia. Now, then, with the help of Dick Clark, I think the group ended up signing with ABC Paramount Records that distributed their song nationally. And the song written by group member David White and also Johnny Madera and label owner Artie Singer. And I'm featuring the true first press of this on the Singular label, which has a countdown in the beginning. And there are presses, I think, after distributed by ABC Records, they continued to press the record up and they eliminated the countdown. But the true first presses there's like a 1 and a 2 and a 3 countdown in the beginning of the song. I hope I don't get a copyright strike on this. That's all I say. But it features Danny Rap on lead. Let's go to November of 1957 at number 189, Danny and the Juniors on the Singular label, and their tune, their big hit called At the Hop.
And we go. 1, 2.
So when you're chicken at the hop, do the dance sensations that are sweeping the nation at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Come on, let's go to the hop. Well, you can swing it, you can groove it, you can really start to move it at the hop. Where the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. All the cats and the chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Come on, let's go to the hop. Let's go! Do the slop and even strolling at the hop. When the record starts spinning, you chill it, so when you're chicken at the hop. Do the dance sensations that are sweeping the nation at the hop. You can swing and you can groove and you can really start to move it at the hop. When the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. All the cats and the chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Come on, let's go to the hop.
There you go, coming in at number 189 on the survey. That's Danny and the Juniors. That's their debut single, At the Hop. I guess when they first, not that it ever came out on a 45, it did not. It came out much later. They reissued it. Somebody put it out. It was probably an acetate, and maybe they let Dick Clark listen to it, and they were saying bop, and maybe he contributed to change it to the hop. But it was never released as bop on a 45. That was much later. So if you have Do the Bop, that was something that came out later that they put out. But originally it came out that way. And so they figured, I guess, Dick Clark interjecting with them when he heard the demo to change it. November 1957, that's on the Singular label, Singular Records out of Philadelphia, At the Hop, number 189 on the survey. As another flip side comes in at number 188 with 57 points and 6 mentions. This is the flip side of an Argo release, came in at number 492, called Roses Are Blooming. But this is the A side of the 45, first coming out on the Monarch record label, but then the song when the song started taking off, they worked out a deal with Leonard Chess to re-record the song, a more polished version in my opinion, and put it out on his Argo subsidiary. Now it features Bob Silva on lead from September 1957. These are the Silvatones from number 188 on the Argo label, and their tune called That's All I Want From You, number 188 on the survey.
Chihuahua, 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 Chihuahua.
Little love, that's slowly grows and grows. Not one that comes and goes. That's all I want from you. A sunny day with hopes up to the sky. A kiss and no goodbye. That's all I want from you. Don't let me down or show me that you care. Remember when you give, you also get your share. Don't let me down, I have no time to waste. Tomorrow may not come when dream is too late. A little love that slowly grows and grows, not one that comes and goes. That's all I want from you. A little love that slowly grows and grows, not one that comes and goes. That's all I want. A sunny day with hopes up to the sky, a kiss and no goodbye. That's all I want. Don't let me down or show me that you care. Remember when you give, also get your share. Don't let me down, I have no time to waste. Tomorrow may not come when dreamers are too late. A little love that slowly grows and grows, not one that comes and goes. That's all I want from you. Chihuahua, Chihuahua, Chihuahua.
Yeah, that's Styrene Hiss and all. Not my favorite record, by the way, folks, but that's just my opinion there. This also came out as Chihuahua. Do you have a Chihuahua? I don't have one, but anyway, I had a German Shepherd is what I had. There you go, the Silvatones, number 188 on the survey, September 57 on the Argo record label. That's Bob Silva on lead. That's All I Want From You is the name of the tune. Let's continue here. Let's go to Jamaica, Queens now, as this group makes the survey at number 187 with 57 points and 6 mentions, recorded for George Golner's G record label. This was their 6th of 14 releases for the G record label, written by Leon Biggs and Donald Razor, and it is a duet with Herbie Cox and Berman Patterson, number 187 from June 1957. It's the sound of the Cleftones on G. It's called See You Next Year, the Cleftones.
Winter's about over, spring will soon be here. I'll be looking forward to seeing you next year. I'll carry your books from school. I'll walk you to your door, and I'll kiss you tenderly. And you say you love me. the same. But I won't, no, I won't see you until next year. The classroom will be empty. The lunch bell won't ring anymore. In the old school hall, winter's about over, spring will soon be here. I'll be looking forward to seeing you next year. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, those are the Cleftones. The Cleftones coming in at number 187. That's their sixth release on George Goldner's G record label. June 57, See You Next Year is the name of the tune. That's Herbie Cox and Berman Patterson on lead. That is the original version of that. The Five Secrets also covered it. That came in at number 383 on the Decca label, their version, but that is the original by the Cleftones. Let's continue here. Let's go to Chicago now with entry number 186, scoring 58 points with 5 mentions and a number one vote for this song. One of those 5 was a number 1 vote, and it's the group's 4th overall release, which came out on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. Now, their previous 3 releases were all on different labels, States and Blue Lake and Chance. I have those too, but this is a great 2-sided 45, written by group member Howard Pittman. It features Johnny Chubby Jones on lead. Let's go to July of 1957. Let's give a listen to the 5 Chances. The 5 Chances on the Federal record label, and a number 186. It's called Tell Me Why.
A smile, not even a sigh. But darling, please tell me why. Oh, you left me, didn't even say goodbye. Write me a letter and explain why. Please tell me why. Well now, darling, you know I love you. Oh, to you, my heart I bring. way that you mistreated me, darling.
It's a low down, dirty shame, yeah. Please tell me why.
That's coming in at number 186 on the survey, the Five Chances. Five Chances with Johnny Chubby Jones on lead, July 1957. That's their fourth release. Their fourth overall release, Sid Nathan's Federal record label, Tell Me Why. You saw Johnny G, a completist that I am. Originally had that on the promo. Actually, I have two promos and a stock copy on that 45. I won this. This is the cleanest copy that I have. I think I won it in a Tefteller auction. Don't ask me why. I'm going to probably sell one of the other promo copies. I will. But it's a great two-sided 45, I would have to say that. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. And those of you that have not yet subscribed to one of the, I think it's the only trade magazine that I don't consider Goldmine a trade magazine anymore, even though I think it is out still, but I think they are. But really the only magazine that you can really subscribe to is Echoes of the Past. And who was it? Paul Michel sent me an article about some of the old Bim Bam Booms and all those old publications that in the early 1970s were really cool. There were lots of writers that would contribute to these magazines, but these Echoes of the Past, and at least two of the people that write for this magazine are listeners to the show, both Bob Bosco, who has a great article in this Quarters. This comes out 4 times a year. Wrote a great article on the Trinells, and also Frank Chingaro. He wrote a great in-depth article on the Diamonds. So I think Charlie Horner also did an article in here by the... I didn't get a chance to read it all, but he did one on the Drivers, and he's talking about the Lynn label, but he also has all their other records in here on Deluxe. So there are pictures and whatnot. Nay Nasser, he has a write-up about like some records that I have some answers to some of their questions, but you know that they don't know I see this, and I just can't. I don't have the time to contribute, but it's really the only magazine out there now that covers this stuff, and it only comes out every quarter. So if you're interested and you or want to subscribe, it's not that expensive really. You can email echoes.past@yahoo.com, and you can tell them that Johnny G sent you there. So you can do that. So you should check this out here. And also, of course, Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. He is half of the duo of the Sunday afternoon show called the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. That's with Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg. That is on WRHU 88.7 FM, live streamed at WRHU.org. That is on Sundays beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 6 this week. There's usually in the last hour, it's a jukebox plays of great group harmony, but this week, this coming Sunday, they'll be doing a tribute to the late Tony Middleton from 5 to 6 p.m. So you want to tune into the program this coming Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. on WRHU 88.7 FM, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And this next entry at number 185, they are the 5 keys to return to the survey, and they previously had 4 songs to make the survey, all on the Capitol label. Number 245, the song called From Me to You. Number 237 was Four Walls. Number 297, The Face of an Angel. And number 198 with Do Anything. Here they are at number 185 with 58 points and 9 mentions. And the song, not really a legit release. I mean, it was issued on a promo 45 with really no catalog number. It was destined for a number, but it just never made it. But it did come out as a promo, so I don't have it on the 45 version. But it also came out on an LP called The 5 Keys on Stage. And what some of the record companies would do is they would issue EPs from those LPs. And I think I have all the LPs associated with this album. This EP is like what they called a part 2, and I had it. I wasn't sure because I was like, Charlene, did I ever play this record on the show? And she said that I don't know, Charlene, if I did play it or it was on another countdown or whatever, but I did have it. The song dates back to 1945, is done by Jane Lee originally, but this version from February 57. It features Rudy West on lead at number 185, featuring it off the EP on the Capitol EP, The 5 Keys on Stage. Let's give it a spin here. The 5 Keys with their version of the tune, The Gypsy.
In a quaint caravan, there's a lady they call the Gypsy.
Gypsy.
She can look in the future and drive away all your fears. Everything will come right if you only believe the Gypsy.
Gypsy.
She can tell at a glance that my heart was so full of tears. She looked at my hand and told me my lover was always true. And yet in my heart I knew, dear, somebody else was kissing you. But I'll go there again, 'cause I want to believe the Gypsy. That my lover is true and will come back to me someday.
As Rudy West and the 5 Keys coming in at number 185 on the survey from February 1957, featured it off of a Capitol EP, the 5 Keys on Stage, their rendition of the tune The Gypsy. And I think they're, some of the I mean, not that I collect the EPs. I mean, that when Spence would offer them to me, I would purchase them. And I told him, especially if there's an unreleased song on the EP. Like, it was funny because Dutone or Duto would put out EPs, by the Penguins and the Calvains and the Metalarks. There would always be one song on there that was not on a 45, so they kind of force you to buy it. I think that's actually good marketing there to do it. But so I end up buying the EP. But I do have some in my collection, not a lot. but I do have some. But anyway, as I babble on, let's continue here. And let's go to entry number 184 with 59 points and 7 mentions. Another flip side that we heard at number 308. The song was called Show Me the Rose, and this is a very rare 45. Came out on Stephen Hodges' Atomic record label out of New York City, but this was the intended A-side. Now, my copy, this copy actually belonged to the late George Doowop Tompkins, and I think he had a Stoneman copy, then he sold it, and somehow Greg got the copy. Greg ended up getting Lou Haggis's copy at a Allentown, PA show. And he was telling me what happened at that show, that Lou had all these rare records, and they were priced very reasonable. So the guys were actually fighting over the boxes of stuff that was in there. And he ended up getting a nice copy, and then Greg sold me this copy. But anyway, I like both sides of this record. This is February 57, number 184. Dennis Brown and the Atomics. On the Atomic label, it's called Hiding My Tears with a Smile.
Must I go on? Where we go now, keeping up this crazy distance, when all the while I'm thinking that I'm right, I'm just living in a life I cannot understand. Why we are apart? I gave you all my love and you broke my heart. I'll still be gay, and as long as I'm in, I'm just hiding my tears with some more.
That's a rare 45 coming in at number 184 on the Relic survey from February 57. Dennis Brown, really no mention of the Atomics on this side. They do get mentioned on the flip side, but they're definitely backing them up there. That's on the Atomic record label. Hiding My Tears with a Smile is the name of the tune. Now, I mentioned that. Now, about at the same time, in February of 57, Dice Records put out a cover of this tune. It's done by a girl group. They were called the Teen Clefs. The Teen Clefs on the Dice label. Shirley Bryant on lead. They do a nice rendition of that song. Another rare record on the Dice record label. But there you go. That is the original. Let's continue here with this next tune, which I recently played. I just played this song last Saturday night on the Vinyltreasure show, coming in at number 183 with 60 points and 7 mentions. And the flip side came in at number 422, was a song called Yodi Yaki, but this side is way better in my opinion. And this tune first recorded by the Jubilaires back in 1946, also done by the Prisonaires in 1953 on the Sun record label. But let's give a listen to this version as done by the Drifters. It's their 13th release on the Atlantic record label. It features Johnny Moore on lead. This was a number 9 record on WKBC in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, coming in at number 183 from October 57. The Drifters on Atlantic, and their rendition of the tune, I Know.
I know. Oh, yes, I know that you and I will never meet again. For you were meant for somebody else.
Somebody else.
Whoa, 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 that night. Oh, yes, that night when first we met, I fell in love with you, and now I simply can't forget.
I can't forget.
Oh, darling, but we'll never meet again beneath the moonlit sky. But I know that my love will follow you as the years go passing by. Oh, yes, I know that you and I will never meet again. For you were meant for somebody
I like that tune there. Those are the Drifters, Johnny Moore and the Drifters, October 57 release. Coming in at number 183. 183, I Know, is the name of the tune on the Atlantic record label. So many great records on Atlantic Records through the years as we continue here. And Jimmy Jones returns to the survey at number 182 with 61 points and 6 mentions. And earlier, both sides of his holiday 45, I Love You So, came in at number 540, and The Flip Tonight, number 291, from February 58, should not have been included in this survey, but in the 1958 survey. But this next one should definitely be included. It came out in September of 57. It's on the Arrow record label, originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut, but they relocated to New York City. And instead of the Pretenders on this, they're called the Jones Boys. This is from September 1957, number 182. Jimmy Jones and the Jones Boys on the Arrow label. It's called Heaven in Your Eyes.
You have heaven in your eyes. You have heaven in your eyes. So I ask you, darling, please don't ever cry, for I love you until the day I die. And as long as I have you,
ever cry, for I love you until the day I die. And as long as I have you, your touch is light or daydream, your hair as dark as the dark, darkest night. Your lips tells the history of love whenever they're touching mine. Oh, you have heaven in your eyes. So I ask you, darling, oh, please don't ever cry, for I love you until the day I die. And as long as I have you, ever cry, for I love you until the day I die. And as long as I have you, heaven in your
There you go, number 182 on the survey. September 1957 release. That's Jimmy Jones and the Jones Boys. On the Arrow record label, Heaven in Your Eyes is the name of the tune. And Big Dave Swinger, very good luck on the Central 45, as I don't even know how many copies. I know Dom DeLea has a copy of that record, but I've never seen a copy of that. It's even not this one. The Holiday record's really hard. It's, I think, one of the hardest record on the label to find that, and I've never seen really another copy of it. I got to thank that Spence Wooten offered me that record. This record I've had a couple times. I've upgraded it, and I don't know if it was, I think it was Spence that sold me this one too. He had a nice copy. I took it. It was cheap too. Well, relatively cheap, I should say, for that record, but a great record nonetheless. Let's continue here as we head to the city of East Chicago. East Chicago, that's in the state of Indiana, for entry number 181 with 61 points and 6 mentions and a number 1 selection. Somebody made this their number 1 selection, and the only release for this group came out on Leonard Chess's Checker record label. So maybe the folks at the pressing plant thought that the title was too long to put on the label, so they abbreviated it. They called it MTYLTT. So if I was going to the record store to purchase this 45, what would I say? I guess I would say, do you have the Dream King's latest release? And he would say to me, well, what's the name of it? I said, well, it's called MTYLTT, although that really isn't the name. That is the abbreviation for the title, as the song is really called... did I put this here? There's more to... Wait, what is that? More than yesterday, less than today. That is what the title is. So I get, maybe if I said that maybe he would have, or she would have gotten the record. I don't know, but either way, it's a great record coming in at number 181, February 57. The Dream Kings on the Checker label. MTYLTT, More Than Yesterday, Less Than Tomorrow at number 181.
More love you. Can't you realize from the darkened skies, no sun will shine on us. So darling, hear my plea. Come on home to me and let me live again. That's why I say, tomorrow. That's how much I love you. Can't you realize from the darkened skies, no sun will shine on us. So darling, hear my plea. Come on home to me and let me live again.
That's a great sound out of 1957, number 181. Those are the Dream Kings there. With Tom Daniels on lead. That one there, MTYLTT. That's called More Than Yesterday, Less Than Tomorrow. It's on the Checker record label from February 1957. That was a number one selection. Somebody picked that, and probably a great selection, I would say, at least in the top 20 for that tune. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. We're here from 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll go to 3:40, and we will appease Gordy Freeman in our YouTube channel. Gordy was like, Johnny, it says you're on at 9 o'clock tonight. I think also Paul Michelle sent me an email on that. But no, that was a mistake. I apologize for that, as lots going on with Johnny G here. My leg is better. I got to get two things done. I got to go see the therapist. I got to get my eyes checked because they're bothering me, and I don't know what the issue is. But anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Entry number 180 was the first to receive 11 mentions now and 61 points. I used to hear this on collector radio back in the early 1970s. This group from New York City, it's their only release on Ed Portnoy and Stan Freeman's Ivy Records. Not much known about this group. They're called the Vanguards, and I was really trying to find a promo copy of this because the promos play so much better than the stock copies. And for you collectors out there, the true originals of this, check your copy, and right under the group name, it should say B.B. Butler and Orchestra, because if it doesn't say that, that is the second press that you probably could have purchased in Times Square Records back in the early 1960s. But let's go to November of 1957, coming in at number 180. These are the Vanguards on the Ivy label. The song is called Moonlight.
The moonlight at my window is shining with a glow. I'm
That's number 180 on the survey, the sound of the Vanguards. Vanguards on the Ivy record label, November 1957, song entitled Moonlight, and featured on the promo. The promos are better. They're less muddy, in my opinion. But anyway, we digress and we continue. Let's go back to Brooklyn, New York now for entry number 179, coming in with 62 points and only 4 mentions. So some people rank this one pretty high on their list. They had 7 releases on Sid Nathan's King record label. This is the group's 6th release. It features Henry Austin on lead. We go to January of 1957 at number 174. They're called the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes on the King label. It's called I'll Always Be in Love with You, number 179.
Well, I'll always be in love with you.
Sweetheart, you should stay for a million miles away, and I'll always be in love with you. In love with you. Well, I wish you happiness, but for me, sweetheart, I guess that I'll always be in love with you. Well, I can't do any more, though I've tried so hard to please. Well, let me thank you for your tender memories. Well, I wish you happiness, but for me, sweetheart, I guess that I'll always be in love with you. Well, I can't do any more, though I've tried so hard to please. Well, let me thank you for your tender memories. Sweetheart, sweetheart, if you should stray more than a million miles away, I'll always be in love with you. I wish you so much happiness. Oh, but for me, sweetheart, I guess I'll always be in love with you.
There you go. Those are the Hurricanes. Hurricanes there from January of 57. That is their, what I say, their 6th of 7 on the King record label. Henry Austin, the lead there. I'll Always Be in Love with You. They got some great records on the King label. My favorite is a song called Dear Mother that they do. But Henry Austin, he would record as Henry Alston, also on the Skyline Records, I think. He does a couple of records on the Skyline label, 1960 or 59 or something like that. But they're good records, I'd have to say. Johnny G here on a Thursday. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing, and also make sure you click that bell so you get and click all notifications. I messed up today. I had 9 o'clock, so I don't know if the emails go out at 9, but I changed it, so I don't know if I'm looking on my thing here, on my email. Yeah, it did say, as soon as I changed it, I think it sent it out. So you should have received an email, those of you. I do all the time. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed. At least Fred tells me he never gets his email. But anyway, let's continue here with the countdown. Entry number 178 is a flip side from a tune we heard earlier in the survey at number 259 by the Moonglows. And that 259 was I'm Afraid the Masquerade is Over. Now the flip side comes in with 62 points and 7 mentions. And I think this was their follow-up to Over and Over Again. It features Bobby Lester on lead from February 1957 on Yes, Big Dave on the vinyl Monarch press out of California. And I think those Monarch presses are great. They look great for the VJ label, for the Chess label, for the Checker labels, not for the Heralds and the Embers. I don't like the way they look. They're too shiny, but these Chess records, they just look great and they play great. To the Moonglows. The Moonglows, number 178, Bobby Lester on lead. It's called Don't Say Goodbye.
Don't say goodbye. Don't even try. For you are my love, the only love I'm dreaming of. Don't say goodbye. You make me cry. For you are my thrill, the only thrill. I'll tell you why. I'll miss a kiss such as this in the middle of the night. Oh, don't you know that your touch means so much when you're holding me tight. Don't say goodbye. I told you why. Can't you see you're meant for me? Don't say goodbye. Never say goodbye.
Coming in at number 178 on the survey from February 1957. That's the flip side of I'm Afraid the Masquerade is Over. Song entitled Don't Say Goodbye. That's Bobby Lester on lead with the Moonglows on the Chess record label. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasures show, let's go back to New York City to Bess Berman's Apollo record label for entry number 177 with 62 points and 7 mentions. Now, they were on the survey. Two previous songs made the survey by this group. Number 470, a song called Under Your Spell, and number 304, a song called Girlie That I Love. But their debut single comes in at number 177. Now, the members included Alvin Williams. He was the bass of the group. William Billy Montgomery, first tenor. Robert Thomas, baritone. And Cliff Monk Williams, second tenor. And lead singer Alton Campbell. And I think the bass lead on this is Alvin Williams. I think he also wrote the tune. And for you collectors out there, the true first presses of this is the one-line title that I am featuring here, and it's their debut single. I have it on a promo, number 62 on Billboard, a big number 2 record on KOBY in San Francisco, California, but it's 177 on the Relic survey. These are the Cellos from March 57 on the Apollo record label, and the true first title, it's called Rang Tang Ding Dong, number 177.
I am the Japanese Sandman.
You looking like a Japanese Sandman.
He goes the rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky wah rang tang ding dong, fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky wah rang tang ding dong. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. I got all the girls loving me. I am the Japanese Sandman and I know I'm great. I follow behind all the playboy rules. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. I wear a pinstripe jacket made of chunky Puyang, a polka dot shoes made of Yang Sang. I got a mean from Armin toy, a purple blue pants from my own Mingo Shanks. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. Rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, oh fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, oh fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, oh fiddly rang tang ding dong. Now all of you girls, listen to me. If you want to be my little girlie, just a step back and make me play. We'll go down in the Hall of Fame. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. He goes rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong.
Man, all you guys say the big things. All I get to say is, he goes
rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky wah rang tang ding dong, me toy of a rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, he goes rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky wah rang tang ding dong, fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, fiddly wah rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong, he goes rang tang ding dong, ranky sanky diddy rang tang ding dong.
That's number 177 on the survey, the debut single for the Cellos on the Apollo record label from March 1957, Rang Tang Ding Dong. That is the true first press. Later they added in parentheses, I'm the Japanese Sandman. There is, I think it's still up on YouTube, at least it was. I do have a video clip of it. There was a bandstand type show. I forget, was it out of was it out of Virginia or West Virginia? I don't recall, but it was the Milt Grant show. And it wasn't produced as well as the Dick Clark show, because they got they got all the kids dancing and he's on like you gotta have the host a little bit higher than the kids, and they had this table in the back, so they had this Raider record, and this was the Raider record for whatever that was from 1957, and there were 3 kids on the panel, and they rated this song 100 is what they did, and that was a great show because it had Johnny and Joe, I think Laverne Baker. I'm trying to think, and the sad thing is, the day before they had the Heartbeats on, and of course they're lip syncing to their records, but still, it's just cool to see that. And they were playing at one of the theaters there. There was a concert going on. They were there for the week, and he had these all the artists that were performing on that show during the week come to the Milt Grant show. and plugging their songs. I mean, even though they're singing to the record, it's still an historical thing. You look at it as a corny thing. It's not. I don't think it is. I think it's historical. It really is. Anyway, Johnny G babbles on here. As we continue here, let's go to entry number 176. With 64 points and 7 mentions as we head to Chicago, Illinois. It's the group's 8th release for Vivian Carter's VJ record label, and this was recorded at the group's last session, which included all the original members, because after this there was dissension amongst the group members, and the lead singer ended up leaving the group, and then he kind of came back to VJ and they reformed the group. But this was this was recorded at the last session. This was the original members here, and this was their follow-up to Bim Bam Boom from July of '57. It features Perkle Lee Moses on lead. These are the Eldorados, coming in at number 176 on the VJ record label. It's called Tears on My Pillow, number 176.
There will be tears on my pillow tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There'll be tears on my pillow tonight. Well, and all these tears I'm gonna shed because I miss you so. There'll be tears on my pillow tonight. There will be hope that you'll soon return. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There'll be hope that you'll soon return. Well, but until the day that you return, I want you to know my heart will burn from tears on my pillow at night. You took my love, you took my gold, you took my heart and you took my soul, and now I find you far away, but I know you'll come back someday. There'll be tears on my pillow tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There'll be tears on my pillow tonight. Well, I don't know when I'll see you again. Goodness knows I need you so. There'll be tears on my pillow tonight. Well, until the day that you return, I want you to know my heart will burn from tears on my pillow tonight.
Those are the Eldorados, Perkle Lee Moses and the Eldorados, coming in at number 176 from July 1957. That's on the VJ record label. Tears on My Pillow is the name of that tune. Let's continue here, and a flip side comes in at number 175 with 64 points and 9 mentions. This group from Pasadena, California. Now, earlier we heard their tune, the flip side of this, called Dangling With My Heart. That came in at number 225. That is a great B-side, and this is the A-side, and it's a cover tune. This was first done by the Youngsters on the Empire record label. This features Lee Goudot as on lead here from January 1957. These are the Squires on the Aladdin record label, and their rendition of the tune Dreamy Eyes, number 175.
apart. Don't torture me like this. Your dreams will drive us apart. Your lonely lips cry for love. You live and you die just for love. But to my open eyes, lips that excite the fire of love deep inside. Dreamy eyes, I need you desperately. Dreamy eyes, you're in ecstasy. If you were dreaming of me, dreamy eyes, dreamy eyes, dreamy eyes.
That's from January 1957. They're called the Squires, coming in at number 175 on the Aladdin record label. Their rendition of the tune Dreamy Eyes. This is the same group that recorded for the Kicks and the Vita record labels. Now, it was into this record when I first started collecting. I used to go to a bunch of flea markets. I remember going to the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market. Of course, in Yonkers, New York, they would have it on the top of the parking lot. They had a roof parking lot that was open, and you would drive in, you go up the stairs, and you'd walk around, and it was fun back in the mid 1970s looking for records. So this gal had all her 78s, and this was in there. And of course, I really didn't know a lot. I only knew whatever my aunt had, and she didn't have this record. And I remember getting it, and I played the heck out of both sides of it. You first had it on a 78. It took a while for me to get the record. It's not really so rare, but it still was a great record, and I used to play it over and over and over again. Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here for entry number 174, and it's another Christmas song. Christmas in May. No, March. not May, March. This comes in on the survey at number 174 with 65 points and 6 mentions. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a great Christmas tune, but I don't know if I would make it my favorite song of 1957. But hey, that's me. That's not you. So that's me, as they are out of Detroit, Michigan. This is on Bess Berman's Apollo Records. They are Lafettes and Kitty, this duet here with a group, and with band leader Sax Carey, who wrote the tune. And this 45 sounds horrible with a 45 needle. You got to play this record with a 78 needle because it's a horrible press. But it plays so much better with the 78 needle. And Greg sold me this. He did, from December of 57. This is Lafettes and Kitty at number 174. This was on 6 ballots on the Apollo record label. It's called Christmas Letter, number 174.
I'm thinking
I mean, it's a great record, I have to say. It is for Christmas time. But I don't know if I would put it in my top 20 for the year. Maybe. But again, that's just me. There you go. That's LaFette's and Kitty, December 1957 on the Apollo record label. It's called Christmas Letter is the name of the tune. It's not Christmas. It is March 7th of 2024. And you're listening to the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and also tell your friends about it. Very great, very important show here for you being a collector or a lover of the music or just to bring back memories. And it's something new. I have a lot of young listeners here to the program that are hearing lots of these records for the first time. So that is a good thing as we continue here. Let's go to the Flamingos return to the survey at number 173, and it's the flip side of a song of a 45 we heard at number 329 on the Decca label. It was called Let's Make Up, as we head to another of their they had other Decca releases that made the survey. Number 484, My Faith in You, and this was their first of 5 on the Decca label. It features the lead of two leads on this, Nate Nelson and Paul Wilson, and this was a number 7 song on WUST if you were tuned into Bethesda, Maryland station there. But this is from July 57, number 173, the Flamingos on the Decca label. It's called The Ladder of Love.
Some folks want mansions and some want gold. Others seek wisdom and fame untold. And some want something they can't explain as they climb the ladder of love. The ladder of love is not easy to climb. The things we want most seem the hardest to find. Some want a little and some want a lot. Some are happy with what they've got, but I want someone here by my side as I climb the ladder of love.
Some want little, some want a lot. Some folks are happy with what they've got,
but I want someone here by my side as I climb the ladder of love. As I climb the ladder of
We'll send that one out to Pat in our YouTube chat. That's one of his favorite tunes there. by the Flamingos, July 1957. That's their first release on the Decca label. The Ladder of Love is the name of the tune. And I think at this time, the group included Zeke Carey, Nate Nelson, Tommy Hunt, Terry Johnson, and Paul Wilson. That was the lineup on the Decca releases there for the Flamingos. I actually have to climb a ladder, although I can't do it with my bum knee. I still have the Christmas decorations outside on the. We don't turn them on, of course, but I got to take the lights off. I still have them on there. The weather's starting to get balmy. It's 52 and cloudy here in Westchester County, New York. I think David said it was what? 30 degrees and flurrying in what, North Dakota? Was that North Dakota you mentioned, David? But anyway, let's continue here as the channels return to the survey at number 172 with 65 points and 7 mentions. We heard the flip side of this, entry number 496. It was called My Lovin' Baby. Now, the other two channel songs that made the survey was I Really Love You, that was at number 399, and What Do You Do, number 210, which I played last week. I played both versions of that song on Whirling Disc Records. So here's another one on Bobby Robinson's Whirling Disc Records. Actually, I think this was their last release on the label. And those of you that just saw the logo there, you're like, why is that a small logo? What is that logo? Well, that is a West Coast press, and they play a lot better than the East Coast presses, I will tell you that much. And the tune co-written by the lead singer, his name is Earl Lewis. We go to July of 1957, number 172 on the survey on Whirling Disc Records. These are the Channels with Flames. Is that right? Yeah, Flames in My Heart. The Channels, number 172.
Well, my mind was weak, but my heart was strong. Tell me, my darling, am I right or wrong? Dark flames in my heart burns brighter and brighter every day. Oh, I sit by my window, feeling so blue. Come back, my darling.
That's Earl Lewis and the Channels coming in at number 172 as the Copyright Police poke their head out with that song. Interesting. July 1957. Bobby Robinson's Whirling Disc record label. That's their final release on the Whirling Disc label. Flames in My Heart is the name of that one. We continue here, and we go to this group from Philadelphia, PA, and the flip side of this big hit for them made it on the survey at number 466, a song called Lily Lou. But here is the A side of their 45. This was the hit. This was their second of 12 on the OK record label, number 22 on the Billboard chart, and it features Joe Cook on lead. He was known as Little Joe Cook at the time. This one arranged by Leroy Kirkland from July 1957 at number 171, Little Joe Cook and the Thrillers on the OK record label, and I guess their biggest hit is a song called, well, we'll see the Copyright Police here, they will remain. The song is called Peanuts, number 171. There you go, number 171 there. Those of you that used to listen to radio back in 1957, I'm sure you remember hearing that tune on the radio. July 57 release for Little Joe and the Thrillers on the OK record label. Their tune called Peanuts. You want that record, you collectors, on the vinyl promo. You don't want any of the styrene OKs. You want everything on vinyl. That is my suggestion to you. If you have the option to take a promo, vinyl promo, I would even take the stock of the styrene promo if you had a choice. They just are. They're supposed to last longer. I don't know about you can really mess up a styrene promo with a heavy needle, with a worn needle. That is the case. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let's go to Newark, New Jersey for entry number 170. This is on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label, and it is the debut single for this group. their first of four, co-written by the lead singer of the group. Her name is Pearl McKinnon. This came in with 65 points and 11 mentions. A lot of people put, 11 mentions, at least at this point in the survey, is a lot. From October 1957, these are the Kodaks. They have it typed wrong on the sheet there, but it's the Kodaks, number 170 on Fury Records. Pearl McKinnon on lead. It's called Little Boy and Girl, number 170.
Little boy and girl, oh, little boy and girl, little boy and girl, oh, little boy and girl, little boy and girl, who was walking hand in hand, little girl said, boy, I really think it's grand, oh, this is our first love, I really, truly first love. The little girl said, boy, I'm happy as can be, this really is a joy, oh, you belong to me, oh, this is our first love, I really, truly first love. I want to kiss him. Oh, baby, no, reminiscing, baby. Hey, girl, I love you. Hey, little boy, I love you too. The little boy and girl who was walking hand in hand. The little girl said, boy, I really think it's grand. Oh, this is our first love. I really, truly first love. I want to kiss him. Oh, baby, no reminiscing, baby. Hey, girl, I love you. Hey, little boy, I love you too. The little boy and girl who was walking hand in hand. The little girl says, boy, I really think it's grand. Oh, this is our first love. I really, truly first love.
That's Pearl McKinnon and the Kodaks coming in at number 170 on the survey from October 1970. That's their debut single on Bobby Robinson's Fury label, Little Boy and Girl. 65 points there, 11 mentions. That's a lot. Of course, Little Joe and the Thrillers had 8. They had 11 on this. This, a song, only 6 mentions, but 66 points. As we go to number 169 and we go to Philadelphia, PA, actually great two-sided 45. This group recorded for Barry Golder and Jocko Henderson. Now they had I guess you can call it a recording studio, and they were associated with the Mainline record label, but they recorded this group, and the master was purchased by Atco Records that released it. For this record first released, the true first presses of this are on the Atco label, which came out in December of 57. But then in February of 58, Mainline Records released it locally in the Philadelphia area, and very similar to other things, types of situations that happened. I think very similar to the Fabulaires that recorded for East West versus the Mainline release of the record. But East West, and what was the other one that I'm losing my mind here? Atlantic, maybe, as I'm going blank here. But I'm playing the Mainline release that came out in 1958, and it's a great two-sided 45. The up-tempo side makes it in at number 169. They are called the Superiors. It features Eddie Custis on lead, and although this one Charlene has December 57. I told her I was playing the Atco release, but I'm decided to play the mainline release. Goes for more money, I guess. But a great song either way. The Superiors on mainline. It's called Don't Say Goodbye, number 169.
Goodbye, for I must make you see that you mean more to me than each beat of my heart. Don't say we'll part, does she need you more than I? Does she love you like I do? Darling, please don't say we're through.
You told me you would love me forever. It's my turn to play with you, my darling. Can't you see you're breaking my heart?
Breaking my heart. Don't say goodbye, for I must make you see that you mean more to me than each beat of my heart.
Can't you see you're breaking my heart?
Breaking my heart. Don't say goodbye, for I must make you see that you mean more to me than each beat of my heart.
I have to agree with Frank Shingaro. What a great record out of Philadelphia. That is the Superiors there. The tempo changes, the vocal style in the background there. That's originally December 57 on the Atco label, March 58 locally out of Philadelphia on the Mainline record label. That had 66 points and 6 votes. The Superiors on the Mainline label, Don't Say Goodbye. Not quite, almost time to say goodbye. I promised Gordy Freeman I'd give him 10 minutes more. We will do that, so let's continue here. And again, if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Johnny G does 3 shows here on YouTube. This is our second show. I was here last night at 9 p.m. with the Soul Show. Big turnout there for the Soul Show last night. Thank you all for attending or listening in or listening on the archive. I'll be back next Saturday, or not next Saturday, this coming Saturday, beginning at 9 p.m. with your requests. If you have requests, send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. My leg is better. I've been not limping around. I got able to put more pressure on it. So I anticipate doing grocery shopping tomorrow. So I should be able to do that. But again, send me your requests at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I got to get them over to Charlene. She will accumulate them. She makes my list that I need to pull the 45s out. I go to the multiple record rooms here in the Galindo household to find the records. Some need to be cleaned, some not. So earlier I get them, the better it is. So I don't have to, if I have to look for them. And I got a whole slew of emails that came in just in the last, hour and a half. So thank you all for that. But I'll be back on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with all your requests as we play the records chronologically on that Saturday night show. Well, let's continue here on the countdown, and this is a flip side coming in at number 168. We heard the flip at number 336 called Lock My Heart was the name of the tune, and this is the flip side. It came out on the Lamp label, a subsidiary of Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records. And I think this was the A-side, which I like this side better, I have to say. But I just like Carl White as a lead vocalist because he's the lead singer on that. And this song, this standard from, I think it goes back to 1938, a tune written by George and Ira Gershwin. And this came out in June of 1957. It's on Lamp Records. These are the Sharps out of California. It's called Our Love Is Here to Stay, number 168.
It's very clear our love is here to not far, oh yeah, but ever and the day. Oh, my radio, telephone, and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. Whoa, 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 my dear, our love is here to stay. Together are going a long, long way. In time, the rocket may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay. But right here to stay. My love is here to stay. In time, the rocket may come up, Gibraltar may even tumble. Right here to stay. My love is here to stop on my do. My love is here to stop on my do. My love is here to stop on my do.
That's Carl White and the Sharps there. That's on the Lamp record label from June 57. Their rendition of the tune Our Love Is Here to Stay. I just like Carl White. I like his voice with the groups that he recorded with the Lamplighters and Tenderfoots and the Rivingtons and the 4 After 5s and a whole bunch of groups there. He was also, Carl L. and the Buddies there on Bobby My Love. Just a great voice there for Mr. Carl White. Johnny G here on a Thursday as we continue with the countdown. Let's go to Harlem, New York as this group returns. We heard them at number 436 with a song called Such Lovin', which was a B-side to make the survey. I think the B-side to Could This Be Magic. I'm sure that Could This Be Magic way up there in the top 20 at least so. But here is the B-side to their debut single that first came out on Hiram Johnson's Johnson record label. Now, George Goldner would get involved with this and put it out on his Gone record label, but I'm featuring the true first press here on the Johnson label. Came out in April of 1957, and it features Richard Blandon on lead. What did I say this? What did this record score? Just curious. I didn't get a chance to finish this thing here. There you go. It had 66 points and 7 mentions. Yes. Let's go to April 57. Let's give a listen to the Dubs. Richard Blandon and the Dubs on the Johnson label, the true first press, and it's called Darling.
Darling, oh my darling, I love you so. I love you so. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever go. Don't ever go. I want you. Oh, I want you. All the rest of my life. All the rest of my life. Will you be with me? Will you be with me in paradise? Because you make, yes, you make my life complete. Oh, oh, darling, my darling, please hold me tight. Please hold me tight. When you are with me, things are alright. Things are alright.
That's the B-side to the Dubs' debut single, song entitled Darling. Richard Blandon on lead, April 1957 release on the Johnson label. The fidelity on the Gone label is much better than that. The grooves are like really close together here on this original press. And that one there is called Darling, number 167 on the survey. Let's go to Indianapolis, Indiana for entry number 166. This group first recording as the Five Turbans on the Deb label back in 1954. Then in 1957 they changed their name to the Monograms, and this received 66 points on 8 ballots. True collectors would only know this record, that is for sure. And this is a cover tune. Actually, this song first done in 1954 by The Charms on the Deluxe record label. Let's give a listen to this, a rendition done by the Monograms from November 57, number 166 on the survey. It features Clarence Dorsey on lead. The Monograms on the Saga label. It's called My Baby, Dearest Darling, number 166.
When I wake and find it so true, there is no other one but you, my baby, dearest Johnny. Just you and I, my baby, dearest Johnny. As you go by, oh my love so true, my love, my dear, we'll always belong to you. All my dreams of you seem to say you love your baby, baby, night and day. When I awake and find it's true, there is no other one but you, my baby, dearest Johnny. Just you and I, my baby, dearest Johnny. As years go by, all my love so true, will always belong to
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, the 1957 Relic Countdown there at number 166. 166, those are the Monograms with a Clarence Dorsey on lead, November 57 release on the Saga label, a King custom press, as Big Dave Swinger mentioned in the YouTube chat room. And they're doing the charm song there, of My Baby, Dearest Darling. A nice rendition of that tune. Let's continue here, and we'll do a little bit of 10 minutes of overtime here to make up for that mess up in the beginning of the show here. Let's go to Philadelphia here. This is a flip side of a song we heard at number 189 on the survey. We heard that earlier today. It was a big hit for Danny and the Juniors, a song called At the Hop. And this one here, 165, made it to, I'm seeing here, this scored better. This had 66 points with, and this was on 9 ballots. Did better than the A side of the 45. A tune written by group member David White. Again, this is on Artie Singer's a singular record label. Again, this is the flip side of At the Hop, coming in at number 165 from October 57, featuring it on the First Press singular label, Danny and the Juniors, with Danny Rapp on lead. This is actually a good ballad, I have to say. The song is called Sometimes.
Sometimes when I'm all alone, feeling kind of low, you call
because you love me so.
Sometimes when I'm all alone, feeling kind of low, you come round to cheer me up because you love me so. You know I'll be true no matter what you do. Please, darling, say you love me too. Sometimes when we're on a date, I tell myself, beware. Your folks subjective, we're out late, but I don't really care. I really want you for my wife. I truly need you all my life. Please, darling, don't leave me in despair. You know how I feel about you, darling. You're in every thought and every prayer. Don't you realize that I'm crazy over you? Why don't you reveal the way you care? Sometimes when I'm all alone, feeling kind of low, you come round to cheer me up because you love me so. You know I'll be true no matter what you do. Please, darling, say you love me sometimes.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Earlier in the program, we heard the A-side, a big hit for the group, for Danny Rapp and the Juniors, At the Hop. That's the B-side. And yes, a Big Dave. That is with the, I don't get that. Maybe that is the original title sometimes, but on the ABC Paramount release, it's sometimes and then in parentheses When I'm All Alone. I guess they put that on there. But I think that really has good harmony. I agree with Frank Shingaro on that. October 57, Danny and the Juniors, the B-side to At the Hop, a song entitled Sometimes. It's on the Singular record label. Let's move to number 164 here. It's a rare 45 on Leon Renee's, that's his son, Googie Rene, Leon Renee's Class record label. This scored 67 points and only 4 mentions, so some people had this pretty high on their list, as the lead singer was initially a member, I should say he was a member of the Voices on Cash, and also he was a member of I think Earl Nelson was a member of the Hollywood Flames, pretty sure. But in 1957, he was with David Ford, Curly Dinkins, and Curtis Williams. And they would have this one release. I think actually they sang as the Voices, by the way, on the Cash record label. They would have this one release on Leon Renee's Class record label, and it comes in at number 164 from April 57. Earl Nelson and the Pelicans is what they changed their name to, and the song is called I Bow to You, number 164.
I bow to you that I love you, and you are the girl of my dream.
If only you would say you care,
then together we will share. I'll bow down on someday you will be all mine.
If only you would say you can.
Then together we will share. I'll bow down on my knees to you. I would be just like a king on his throne, and you will rule by my side. It would go on and on and on. Our love will never die. I'll bow to you, and I'm praying for you that someday you will be all mine.
If only you would say you can.
Then together we will share. I'll bow down on my knees to you.
I bow to you.
That's Earl Nelson and the Pelicans from April 1957 on the Class record label, coming in at number 164, I Bow to You. Of course, Earl Nelson went on to be half of the duo Bob and Earl. And we got two more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Thursday afternoon edition. Number 163 is the debut single for this group from Harlem, New York. This is on Ben Smith's Extra record label. This is not easy to find. Not the small print copy of this. I was lucky to get this out of Rich Chriz's collection when he was selling out. That Spence was kind of selling some of Rich Chriz's records, and I was able to get some, and this was out of Rich Chriz's stash of 45s, the late Rich Chriz. This is features Harlan Jackson on lead. This received 67 points, 4 mentions on this, and one of those was a number 1 selection for this. From 1957, these are the Collegians. And this is Harlan Jackson on lead. He also wrote the tune, number 183, the Collegians on Extra with Heavenly Night.
That heavenly night, I held you tight, and the moon was shining bright, and the stars were in the sky. Remember, darling, that you were smiling. I need you, darling. I need you by my side. I'm sorry for the things I've done. I was just trying to have a little fun. Baby, my
Those are the Collegians. The Collegians coming in at number 183 on the survey from 1957. That's Harlan Jackson on lead. It's on Ben Smith's Extra Records. Not easy to find on the small print. You can find the big print, which some of those big print, the ones sold in Times Square Records, are selling for some bucks. What, $20, $20 or $30 for those in mint condition? But there you go, Heavenly Night with Harlan Jackson on lead at number 163. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me, and the hotline for requests is vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is how you get in touch with your host, Johnny G. And also, if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell. You'll get an email, and you should have received an email, those of you that subscribed, if you click get all notifications, because sometimes it'll just suggest it to you on YouTube. If it's on your phone or you're looking on your PC, you'll see it to the side, where they list all the videos of things that you may have looked for. They use these algorithms, and I don't know what this AI that they're doing. I'm scared of the AI. Did you ever see the Terminator? When AI comes after you, that's what we got to be worried about. But anyway, thank you all for being here today. And I hope you'll join me Saturday night. It's the big show, the 1950s and early 60s by year. As I get those requests, I put them in piles and I mix and match them with the speeds, and that's how I do the show. So thank you all again. We're going to close the show tonight, this afternoon, with this group from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We heard from them earlier at number 289 from March of 57 on Sid Nathan's King record label with Tears of Joy. Well, here they are from December 57, later in the year, with 68 points and 5 mentions, and the original version of this song, as this was a big hit that was covered by the Shirelles. When it first came out in 1959, wasn't a hit for them, but then it came out again, and it became a hit for them the second time around. But this is the original. This did do well in New Orleans, Louisiana, big number 5 record on WYLD. But this is the original at number 162, the 5 Royales. It features Eugene Tanner on lead. I think that's his brother of the other Tanner guy. But anyway, December 57, our closer from 1957 on number 162, the 5 Royales on King, and the original version of Dedicated to the One I Love. That's it, folks. Gotta go. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
This is dedicated to the one I love. While I'm away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, but the darkest hour just before day. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and let's tell all the stars above that this is dedicated to the one I
can never be exactly like we want it to be.
but I can be satisfied just knowing you love me.
Now there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me.
And it's something that everybody needs. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and let's tell all the stars above that what I